says here, time, laughed the servant with cunning and greed. In prison, you'll have all the time that you need. So saying, he dragged the poor man off to jail with no lawyer, no trial, no money for bail. Wow, no money for bail? Not even giving him a chance for that. Really? How is he going to do such a thing after he received such favor and mercy? Yet he denies that. It's as if he was just like, it is what it is. I'm entitled to that. And now something just like that happened to him. All right? Where someone had owed him something. What is he going to do? And this is how he reacts, guys. This is how the unforgiving servant, right here, who gained mercy, acts. And so as we continue on with the story, it happens, but let's see what's going to happen in terms of his consequences, this unforgiving servant, because when we're looking into this story, it wasn't just, just kind of like a smaller, and not to comparisons with other sins, that is at this time, subjectively, but to see the magnitude of, he couldn't pay that and he was forgiven. To be in that situation where he was forgiven, it should mean the world to him. And no, even though he does not want to return that mercy that he has already received, the news traveled fast to the servant's dismay. For the kindly old king heard what happened that day. Find him, he ordered, and bring him to me. The kindly old king was as mad as could be. As you could see here, he was so upset when he heard the news here that he didn't act the same way that this kind king acted towards him, because this is preposterous. He owed so much, and it can be equivalent to so much more when we're comparing it to how much maybe this servant here owed to this unforgiving servant. It just doesn't make sense, and it just goes to show the condition of the heart, because through the actions you're able to see here exactly what's going on in his heart and in his mind. Is he putting things that should be first, or is he not? Because it looks like here that this kind old king, who really forgiven him much, is now upset. And because he's upset, there's going to be some kind of reprimanding and consequences towards this unforgiving servant, because this is just unacceptable. Just 10 minutes later, the sad servant stood before the great throne made of monkey pod wood. Today, said the king, I showed mercy to you. I canceled your debt completely. Yes, I did. And then what did you do? You walked out of here, and the first man you met, you threw into jail for not paying a debt. How shameful and wicked. Why couldn't you be as kindly as I was and let him go free? And it wasn't anything like too extravagant that he possibly owed him. It's looking like, as he's unraveling the story here, it just seems like he was so quick to just be so mean and wicked towards this other person here, who it was like a test almost to show exactly how what kind of person it was, that is. And this is something that, yes, that it's free, it's mercy that's free, but also, at the end of the day, this is such a beautiful thing, and it's such value here that money, you can't put a price tag on, for you to receive that you need with all your being, yet you do not want, others to have that is from you when you had that chance to do good. You refuse to do good at all, and actually was so wicked in this situation here. You don't deserve mercy. The servant grew pale. I hereby command you, be taken to jail. To prison he went for as long as he'd live. The servant who couldn't forget and forgive. And so that is a magnitude here we get to see in our story of how important it is to forgive others, because we've already been forgiven. We've already been forgiven by God all of our sins, all of our shortcomings, All of our bad choices, all of them, not one was not forgiven. We received that, we took it into ourselves, and we appreciated that from God, yet we're not going to do that for other people. And that is not even equal to the forgiveness God has given us. Yet we can't do that tiny thing. We can't do that humble thing, that loving thing here, just forgiving, and even if you don't forget, you're forgiving. That is a choice that will help you and others to see that God will take care of it. Let's have that faith. And you know what? We're not perfect. Can we all just agree to that? No one is perfect, so we're going to step on each other's toes. We're going to accidentally hurt each other, and hopefully not continue to choose to be so mean to each other, whether it's forgiveness or choosing to treat people mean or anything like that. It just does not make sense, okay? And it's not acceptable to God. He will not allow that to continue here. And he will show that, and he will let that come to pass. He will